dirt, building my dome. Concrete walls, yeah, it's my home. Stockpile stacked with rations tight. Prep for the dark, we'll light the fight. Forage the woods, take what I need. Off-grid living, no time for greed. Barter goods in the shadow shade. Tactical steps in plans I've laid. Back to the bunker where the truth won't bend. Water and food where the road might end. Bug out bags by the door, stand tall, prepared for the fall. Yeah, prepared for it all. Generators hum, a comforting sound. Blackout nights when chaos surrounds. Seeds in jars, yeah, we're growing life. Homestead and strong in a time of strife. No high-tech wires, no web to roam. Resilience beats the world unknown. Hands in the soil, hearts in the fight. Staying ready every day, every night. Back to the bunker where the truth won't bend. Water and food where the road might end. Bug out bags by the door, stand tall, prepare for the fall. Yeah, prepare for it all. Back through the bunker where the truth won't bend. Water and food where the road might end. Bug out bags by the door, stand tall, prepare for the fall. Yeah, prepare for it all. Prepare for it all. When central
Good morning, everybody. Hopefully, you guys are having a great Friday. Friday. Oh, yeah. Got to push some buttons over here real quick just to make all of the digits, all of the digits align. It can get a little funky sometimes when you're doing this all by your lonesome. All right, so what do we got here? The poll's gonna be a little tricky because I had to do some weird stuff in here, but um, yeah, the poll, guys. I don't even know how to start this one. So today's gonna be kind of like a free form Friday, open form Friday, whatever you want to talk about. I do have something that I need to talk about. Um, that if 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 you know what happened last night, do me a favor, put a one in the chat because our friends on the other side of the pond who watch YouTube videos are not happy with me today. It's it's interesting. Um, some tit for tat, but it is what it is. Obviously, let's go ahead and knock out the introductions. Cool Colt first. Alrighty then. Canada number two, and Cindy Hoff. You are deterred. All right, let's see here. What we got here? Chat race good. What the hell? That's really weird. This Allen key just leaped off my table like there's a ghost in the room with me, but you never know. Let's see here. Fear comes from insecurities. There you go. Who else we got in here? Gotta go do some scrolling up here. Cool coat. Let's. What the f? One of my comments was deleted. I'm not sure about that. You guys know I don't do that. Now YouTube will do that if they sense that you're too far or too left. They will do that. They'll delete it. It's like it wasn't even there. It's like boom, it's gone. It doesn't even say deleted. It's just gone. Matter of fact, you just reminded me. I need to get out of top chat. Let me go over to the live chat. Let's see here. Where are we at here? Mike, good morning. We got Debbie's in the house. Deanna, Bradley, Brian Smith. Hope morning, everybody. Hope you all have a good day. Me too. We got Oops in the house. The dude is at work today. Light Raiders in the house. There we go. We've got Ian. We got Bob Peta. All I said was Canada. Oh, I see. I don't know, bro. Look, my hands have been in plain view the whole time. I'm like a Vegas blackjack dealer. It wasn't me. But yeah, that's super weird. That's super weird. All right, let's see what else we got in here. Hell yeah, I'm here. We can officially call this a party now. Not a sponsor showed up. There you go. What's going on, Broseph? Ian says, X for letting me know you were live. Ah, I gotcha. I gotcha. Yeah, I try to post stuff everywhere. I think I know what you're talking about here. All I said was good morning. Once again, I'm like a Vegas blackjack. My hands are up here, guys. That's crazy. Is that some sort of bad word? I don't know. I don't know. All right, so the way today is going to work is pretty simple. Obviously I talk about stuff, you post about stuff, and I talk about stuff and the stuff that you posted. And I'll get us started. I'll get us started, but I'm going to need your help in the chat to keep this rolling for an hour. I always try to give you guys at least 1 hour, and then I got to get out of here and I got to go. Got to mow grandma's lawn. It's that time. It's been 2 weeks already. She was trying to call me in the middle of the last live stream last night. So in the live stream last night, and so the poll. So I've got let me preface this because I know that this is going to get watched by our friends over on the other side of the pond. I spent a lifetime learning, being trained to think a certain way and to notice things that are very, very, very subtle. They're they're kind of like a poker player's tell, if you will. And so if you do this live, is that massage? Massage? No, there'll be no massages here. Anyway, um, and so I've been watching this guy, Sigma Prepper, and first and foremost, this is not a hit piece. And the first video wasn't a hit piece. It was literally just trying to tell him, clean your own backyard before you start complaining about the world and how it's making your life bad. You know, but he didn't get that message. He didn't get that message, and I don't want this to be like a feud because, um, well, screw it. Let's just let's push the button here. I'm gonna do this, and I need to check what's on the screen. There it is. All right, so I guess he didn't like what happened. He didn't like what happened. If you guys don't know what happens when YouTubers go up against each other, what they like to do is they like to very informally, very subtly try to sick their viewers on another YouTuber. But what they don't realize is what they're actually doing is giving more good stats to that YouTuber. It's like it's stupid. It's a fruitless endeavor. So watch this.
Welcome, Wolfpack. This is an interesting one. So this random local prepper, he sent me a DM with this video he's made about me. Now, I've cut a few of these clips up that you'll see in a minute, just so you can get a flavour of what he's chatting about, right? But I'm really interested on your feedback, and go and watch the full version. I've linked it in the description below. But I'd be really interested to hear your thoughts on what he's got to say about me. As I say, there's a few clips I've put together just for your convenience, so you can get an idea of what he's going on about, and then head over to his channel. Links in the description below. Local Prepper it is, and yeah, it's amazing. Trust me, check it out. I think we got another one of those obsessed stalkers on our hands, Wolfpack. But you decide. Check this out.
Oh. So that basically what he does is he cuts a bunch of stuff
it's definitely a little bit rude, isn't it? But this is where you're going, right? Local Prepper. I've put the video. You see the one on the left there? this is the one he's saying that he's copied of mine and things, right? So the one on the left there with the live icon on it, if you go to the link below, that's what the video it's taking you to. That's the full version. So go and check it out. Go and watch the whole thing, see what you think. And I mean, it's proper low-key hate coming from that man. I mean, let me know what you think, but that's what I think. That's how it feels to me. And go and see what you think. Go and see if you agree. I'll be really interested in your feedback to see if you agree with what he's saying about me specifically. So go and do that. And yeah, I guess we'll see what happens on the other side. But in the meantime, please do go and check out the video. Let me know your thoughts on what he's got to say about me. Local Prepper. Local Prepper. Go and check it out. Videos in description below. Let me know what you think. Love, peace, and progress. To the pack.
Reject the herd, prepare the pack.
Okay, and then I'm just gonna stop it right there. And the reason is because it's another 45 seconds of video self-promotion. So here's the thing, guys. Here's the thing, and I'm gonna push this button real quick. I gotta come over here. I've got this whole thing gets so jacked up when I don't have my windows set up properly. Um, there's something there. There's something that's embedded. I do know through his own self-admittal that he's autistic. I do know that. But he's obviously a grown male adult. He's an engineer. He has a lot of different applied science masteries. Incredibly smart guy. But there's something deeper there, and I think I put my finger on it, and we'll talk about it a little bit. I also had a little bit of affirmation about it too. But let's see here. I'm gonna go to the chat here real quick. Also, it was Canada. Not so here. I'm here. Let's see here. Mr. J showed up. Good to see you, bro. Good to see you. Grumpy Acre says, "Wait, local prepper is out making friends and influencing enemies overseas. He's a peacemaker." I don't know how I'm making enemies, but I tell you what, man, I've never got so much uh um I won't, it's very difficult to call a post from somebody who is from the UK um hate mail, because it's all very, it's very I don't know, it's either I can't understand the slang, or it is a it doesn't have the a punch that an English or an American cut down would have. But it is what it is. Let's see here. Gnostic says, and good to see you, Gnostic. I haven't seen you in a while. Um, and good morning, Pilgrim. The UK is too busy blotting out the sun currently and throwing people in prison for social media posts. Dude, that is the stuff that I talked about last night. The focus of the video, I did have like a little bit of a diatribe in the beginning where I basically said, hey, man, you say one thing and then you do another. But you're like your community, you're like presenting yourself like this really good guy, and his community loves him. Don't get me wrong; they are in love with this guy. Unfortunately, I think it's predominantly women. Anyway, and that's not a bad thing, but we all know what we gravitate towards. With that said, uh, he 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 absolutely despises the American, and he's done everything but say that directly, because I think it's because I don't know. I don't know. All I know from his videos, and it's not even really his videos. He doesn't make a lot of videos. He just does live streams. He hasn't made a video in like 3 months, and I don't know why, so I can't judge. But um, it's really difficult to put your finger on it, because uh you don't want to you know make any assumptions, but the reality of his channel, his followers, and the words that he uses, I mean, you just heard it, right? It's very English. You know what I'm saying? um Let's see here. I did love the whole stalker thing. Yeah, I watched him from time to time, and I had him going on in the background so that I could like support his channel. But now I'm a stalker, and that's okay, because maybe I'll stop watching his channel. And a lot of his people actually wanted me to, like, someone said you should debate him, and it was like, you don't understand what's happening here. You know, I'm literally just telling you to mind your own damn business and focus on your own freaking country. Um, there's actually a section in his in he did like a 3 hour diatribe on how the America is screwing up the world, and then tried to preface it using fifth generation tactics. In which I don't know where he got the information for generation warfare, but it's wrong. It's completely wrong. Okay. Anyway, but it works for him. He's got a great slide presentation. I think his last live stream, he said he had over 100 slides for that live stream, which is why it was 3 hours long. And people think that they're like he's feeding them some kind of information, but in reality, what he's doing is he's programming them, and he's basically using, it's fear mongering, but it's very, very subtle. It's very, hey, I'm just going to present this information to you, and you can think what you want to think. But let's go over it in a what I'm calling a military fifth generation. That's right, I'm not having a seizure, I'm trying to side blink. um, fifth generation warfare tactics. And it's very clear that he read something someplace. Maybe he got the AI to do something for him. But the tenets of fifth generation warfare have nothing to do with what he's talking about. And it's kind of scary. It's kind of scary. But I mean, I'm here in America. I'm happy. And yes, I did kind of browbeat him a little bit because everything was about not America. America is causing this problem. Trump. He didn't come out and say it. He's like, well, I love Daisy Duke and whatever. It's like, I had an American flag next to a British flag when I was a kid. And I'm thinking, why? I mean, why? Why? um, so there's a few things that are suspect, but to each their own, to each their own. And I hope that those people that are watching this now, or on the replay crew that will watch it later, I I may have to make a simple rebuttal video, but that's about it. I mean, it's not going to be this giant all the time. I said I may have to stop watching him. I do enjoy some of his content. He makes freaking awesome thumbnails. Graphic design is his thing. The guy, I I mean, I know why he doesn't have the followership that he doesn't have, but I also know that he could do. There's a lot of things to say. There's a lot of stuff to unpack there. Anyway, so I'm gonna go to the chat real quick here, and let's see here. Sorry, a bit late. Didn't expect because your comment yesterday. Yes, the things change. Things in our lives change every day. Sorry. Um, let's see. Oh, we beefing now? No, I don't beef. This is YouTube. It's like when somebody writes you a 5 paragraph dissertation in your YouTube comment section, and I'm just like, thumbs up. That's what you get from me. Thumbs up. You know. And it's funny too because if somebody says something really great, they get a thumbs up too. So nobody really knows if I like them or not. I just, it's like following that rule. Like, you don't say anything. What is it? Damn, it's like what your mom taught you. It's like, I don't know. It's like, don't. I'm trying to remember the saying. It's all about not saying bad things. You know what I'm saying? Ignore the ignorance. There you go. Kentucky Sustainable. What's going on, Broseph? The time is coming. The time is getting closer, guys. If you don't know about the Kentucky Sustainable Homesteading and Preparedness Festival, there you go, festival. They got that going on there in Kentucky, coming up very shortly. Um, uh, uh, Jason, there you go. Do me a favor, put the dates in there, and so people know about it. That way they can go looking for it. Let's see here. Let's see. Excuse me. What man out there doesn't like Daisy Dukes? Oh, exactly. Okay. Oh, we'll give him that one. We're gonna give him that. I mean, it literally was. So I complained to him. I complained to him about the fact that he during his live stream multiple times said he turned monetization off so people wouldn't have to do it. But then mysteriously, when I go to watch the video after the live stream, the monetization is on. And I'm here to tell you that YouTube doesn't turn on monetizations. They've been sued over that. Um, so anybody who was dumb enough to post that, and there were a few, oh, something must have happened. It's like, yeah, sometimes they delete mess, but they don't mess with monetization. Okay. Um, that's bull. He had a 3-hour live stream. He saw the opportunity to make a couple of cents. And after the live stream was over, he turned the mid-roll monetization on. And in fact, he did it in the automated mode, which you can do. And the YouTube would decide when those things were happening. And I literally watched 5 YouTube commercials over a 1 hour period of time. And I was like, yeah, I'm done with this. I'm done with this. So, and that's one of the things that I do not do. I don't do mid rolls. So, I think I don't like watching a video. It's like, so a lot of people listen to YouTube. Okay. Like there's people right now that are doing their job. Maybe they're welding some steel together. Hint, hint. Hey, Bradley. And they're listening to me, right? And if they've listening to me because they want to listen to me, they've tuned in so that they can hear me, right? And so if I put a mid roll in there or I turn it on automatic, what happens is it's going to put a commercial in the middle of it. So right in the middle of doing whatever you're doing, you're trying to multitask. You got to stop. You got to pick up your phone. You've got to wait those 10 seconds. Then you've got to hit skip. And then you've got to do something with your phone. And then you got to freaking go back to doing what you were doing before. I absolutely hate mid rolls. And so, I mean, I'm, I have no plans to put them in my videos ever. Okay. Nothing nice to say. Don't say anything at all. Yes, that's it. That's it. Cole. Bolt. Um, Cindy says, been to England and almost took a job there teaching physics at a boarding school in Kingston. I gotcha. Grumpy says, at the end of the day, there are countries that use the metric system and countries that have put a man on the moon. My God. Oh my God. Uh, Plus, soccer is distinctly un-American. Who applauds games that end in ties? Oh my God. Well, not to be too specific, Grumpy, but all um, almost all of the math that is used in rocket science is in metric. Almost all of it. So sorry, bro. So he says, I appreciate no mid-roll ads. Welding meeting. There you go. It's a welding meeting. No, Bradley's been keeping pretty busy, man. If you're in the Discord, you know what I'm talking about. Um, yep, currently listening and making breakfast. There you go. Good morning, Teresa. Let's see here. I'm just jamming on. There you go. What's up, Brad? July 18th through the 20th in Bowling Green, Kentucky. Guys, I went to this. It is an awesome event. It's going to be even bigger this year. If you get the opportunity, you know what? Hold on. I'm gonna put a link in there. Hold on a second. I gotta go find it because they changed their website. Kentucky. There we go. All right, Kentucky Sustainable Living. There we go. Bum, bum, bum. Matter of fact, we'll just switch. Watch screen. Okay. Yeah, I've actually taught like right in front. That was my classroom right there. But it wasn't. That's not me. That's not me. Anyway, that is going. Where we at? That's July. No, that's not right. That's not right. You just told. Yeah, it is July 18th through the 20th. You can pick up your tickets by clicking that button. And we've got a whole buttload of stuff going on there. They've even got merch now, guys. They got merch. Let's see here. And by the way, that hoodie that you gave me in the thanks for showing up bag, the girlfriend loves it. The girlfriend loves it. So, matter of fact, I did this because I'm going to put that link in the description there, or not the description. Boom, there you go. So if you guys want to check that out later, there you go. There you go. All right, so let's see here. We're gonna go. You know what? We're gonna stay over here. So, I had this whole thing like back just in case, but basically, there's his channel. If you want to go check him out, go right ahead. It's like it's if you go to videos. If you guys ever do this on PC, you can see how old videos are, right? So obviously, there's the one that he made about me. Okay, what we got here? The exclusive VIP, whatever, 3 months ago. The song, the anthem, and another live stream that he turned into a video, like making fires and whatever, 3 months ago. So whatever he's been doing for the last 3 months, I don't know, but it's not making videos. It's not making videos. Yeah, that's clearly. And how old is this channel? I know he's had a couple. I know he's actually had a history. YouTube has pegged this guy. The YouTube hates this guy's guts. So he's got a channel. This channel's from 2022, and he's got 166 videos. So I mean, why his channel's not growing, I don't know. I couldn't tell you. But it is what it is. It is what it is. So, um, one of the things that I do is I ask, what's up, Jennifer? I actually use artificial intelligence to do different things. It's becoming a very, very useful tool to make these streams come for you guys much smoother, to research content. Um, that it actually, I use Grok. I used to use Chat GPT, but it literally will lie to you. It'll lie to you right to your face. You can literally argue with it and tell it, no, you're wrong. Show me your sources. It'll be like, it'll lock up. So it's a little interesting. Um, but I do use artificial intelligence to do some stuff. So I was like, if I wonder, because like I said, I see the subtleties in the way people do things, right? And so I actually decided to, like, my focus was to, like, orient people towards, this is like the most subtle uh fear porn, or fear mongering that I've seen probably ever. Very, very strategic. I'm just giving you information, you figure out what you want to do at mentality. And I was like, I wonder if AI can pick this stuff out. So I use AI to write some of the questions for you guys, right? Because the YouTube algorithm requires only certain numbers of characters. So I can literally tell it only to use a certain number of characters to fit inside those little boxes, right? So I started with the question, right? Um, let's see, AI, great tool for the exactly, because I don't have 5 people to do this kind of work. You know what I'm saying? And Bradley says, "Wow, a prepper saying use the AI. How do you say oxymoron?" Lapras just Lapras jumbo shrimp. I love jumbo shrimp. Who doesn't? If you love jumbo shrimp, put a one in the chat. Uh, I didn't say use AI. I said I used AI, okay, because I know how to use it and I'm not scared of it, and I don't think it's going to take over the world in my lifetime. But anyway, let's see here. The robot. Yes, exactly. I'm getting in early with our robot overlords. They're going to remember me. All right, so let's go to the screen because I want to show you something. And I did this morning, and I was literally just kind of taken aback as to what happened. So I started the morning. I woke up to this video, right, that I showed you guys, and then I um, I was like, you know what? This is all about fear mongering, fear porn, fear in preparedness, in the preparedness space, and how some people have the ability, or you know what's even worse? Here's something that I just thought of. Maybe he doesn't know he's doing it. Maybe he doesn't know he's doing it. So I basically I prompted the AI. I was like, can I make this bigger for you guys? Let me see. Oh, look at that. There we go. Now I think you guys can see it much better. So I prompted the AI. I said, write a 4-answer multiple choice poll question about fear mongering in the preparedness space. Answers cannot exceed 35 characters because that's the way the YouTube's things work. And so the question was, what drives fear in preparedness? One was media hype. I'm sorry, B, government warnings. C was social media, and D was real threats. Now, looking at the results so far, we have 20 votes, which I'm not telling you to vote. Well, you can wait till the end. You're not going to hurt my feelings. Is Where are we at? 40% believe media hype, 30% believe social media, 25% are real threats, and 5% are government warnings. Okay. And remember, polls are just opinions. It's not about facts. It's about your opinion. It's about your perspective on the scenario, on the situation, right? So I did that. And then I thought to myself, I was like, wait a minute. I asked it to give me examples of media hype, right? So we've got examples of media hype in preparedness space. And let's see if you guys agree with the stuff that I'm about to lay down. Do me a favor, put a one in the chat. Yes, because one is the easiest number to remember, and two, it helps the channel. So sensationalized headlines, articles or broadcasts with the titles like "Doomsday Preppers warn of imminent collapse," that exaggerate risks to grab attention. I mean, literally, it's all about the title, the thumbnail. Nobody really reads the description, but the algorithm. Okay. So we've all seen that. Overblown disaster scenarios, TV specials or news segments hyping rare events like supervolcano eruptions or asteroid strikes as immediate threats. This is more of like for the History Channel kind of thing. You know what I'm saying? But it is what it is. Misleading, I'm going to try and highlight these for you. Misleading product ads, commercials for survival gear, claiming you need this to survive the apocalypse without any evidence whatsoever. Without, and you guys know that you should be typing a one on that one. That is faux show. Exaggerated weather reports. News, let me highlight that for you. News overstating storms as catastrophic to boost viewerships, causing panic buying or supplies. And we have seen that in the past, probably a year. But I think what's happening is that the media is starting to become culpable and they know it. So they've kind of moved back away from that thing. Okay. And so I was like, I wanted to know the impact of social media. Okay. And I'm taking you down a rabbit hole right now. I'm truly taking you down a rabbit hole that even surprised me. Now, and matter of fact, if you guys haven't hit that thumbs up button, do me a favor, do that now because I don't know, I can't tell, but I have this feeling there's a disturbance in the force that 24 people have not hit that thumbs up button yet. All right, so social media's impact on fear mongering in the preparedness space includes amplifications of rumors, unverified claims like secret government plans or imminent grid failure or spread these things spread rapidly via posts or viral videos. And we've seen this, it's kind of a double-edged sword, you know what I'm saying, where you're trying to figure out what's real and what's not real. This one right here, this one we've seen 1,000 times. This one is synonymous with YouTube channels. It's the one thing that I try to stay away from as much as possible. What happens is your followership can turn into an echo chamber. Groups reinforce fears, sharing exaggerated content like society will collapse next month without any scrutiny whatsoever. And that was something that kind of triggered off in my brain housing group during I had posted because I participated in Sigma Preppers chat. And oddly enough, he's got a lot of Americans and a lot of American women who absolutely love him. Matter of fact, I believe he has like three mods, but two of them are actually American females that he talks to on the phone from Great Britain, from the UK. Suspect. Anyway, so it's interesting that that's all playing out. But it's like almost nobody knows what's happening. And once again, I'm leaning even more that I think about it that he doesn't understand what he's doing. He doesn't understand the path that he's taking into the fear porn, basically. Epstein syndrome. There you go. Laugh out loud. Barrel and Hatchet loves to fear mongle. Um, I've heard somebody use that term barrel and hatchet before. Dogwater Tactical, man, I missed you. You popped into the very end of the live stream yesterday. I missed saying hi to you. I saw you in the chat, but I had already turned everything off. I thought Easter was last week because you're going down the rabbit hole. Rose says, blame the media for the run on water and TP during COVID C-19. Heard local media person say, go buy them the next hour. Heard on the national news. There you go. Well, because they all have the same talking points. It literally gets all pushed down there. Yeah. Let's see here. Harry says, I just ordered my Navy SEAL underwear off Facebook. That should help me survive. And he's like, right? That's what the dots mean to me. Like, right? Tell me I'm right. Tell me I'm right. Navy SEAL underwear. And then we've got influencer hype. Prepper influencers push alarmist narratives like stockpile now or die to boost followers or sell products. You guys, I think I've been pretty straightforward with everything that I back and trust. And if you decide that you want to buy it, that's really up to you. Um, what I was alluding to with the echo chamber was that in his last 3 hour live stream, he actually said I made a comment about building things here in America, and he told me it wasn't possible. And then he gave like some justification, which made some sense. I looked it up, and he was wrong. Um, but he spoke in a very technical manner, which made me believe what he was saying. You know, basically, he tried to make everybody understand that in order to make semiconductors, that you have to lay a foundation. It has to be at least 25 years old in order to put the machines in it that are like super laser precision because they're going to set your foundation will settle over time, right? And so I did look it up. I did look it up. And you only need to wait about a year for that foundation to completely settle in low enough to put this high powered equipment into these buildings. Okay. Basically, he said we wouldn't be able to even make semiconductors for 25 years. But then when you go down that rabbit hole, you find out that it's actually possible to do in about 4.5 years. So, I think there's a belief system being engaged there, based off of his knowledge. But I also think that a lot of Kool-Aid has been drank over his lifetime. So it is what it is. Once again, why I would never even dub bait this guy because he's extremely intelligent, but he's also very erratic and kind of a waste of time for me. So misinformation spread. Misinformation spread. False survival tips or conspiracies such as EMP attack is coming, gain traction, fueling panic over preparation. Um, the he this is another way that we keep seeing about the different people in the preparedness space that are on the YouTubes that like to create this fear porn and speculate, and that is turned into misinformation. The second it comes out of their mouth, that's speculation. Unless you come out and say, "Hey, I'm going to speculate about this, this, and this, and my personal feelings or my personal thoughts on this are this X X X." Everything else, if you don't do that, it's misinformation. Okay. So it was interesting to see that happen. It was interesting to see that happen. Let's see. Let's see. Work's been wild. We're pushing lots of guns out at the moment. Love hanging out here. Yes, most definitely. You got that. You got that 17 slide in. Damn it. You know what I'm talking about. Let's see here. Apes together strong vegan cookies. What flavor Kool-Aid? What flavor Kool-Aid matters? I mean, yeah, to an extent, because it all comes down to a belief system, is what it really is. You have to remember that this guy, so basically, I think he left his parent. Something happened with his parents. He either left or I don't. Something happened around 15 years of age. I don't know what happened to him, but he ended up getting really smart. He doesn't have a college education. He said that openly, but he got incredibly smart, incredibly good at stuff. I think his autism gives him the ability to absorb information that other people can't absorb as rapidly. I've seen that before. Um, but like I said, super intelligent. Got into some major business, from what I understand, made a good amount of money. Which I don't understand why he's doing everything on YouTube now. Anyway, but Uh, you got to remember that he spent a lot of time in Asia, from what I understand, and he kind of loves the whole Chinese thing, how they're making stuff and they're super advanced, and he just kind of gives them a little bit of high praise. I don't think he's like for the Chinese, but you know what I'm saying. He lives in that word. He lives in that biome of socialist mindset. And he seems to be really happy with it. So to each their own. To each their own. That's what I'll say. Dog says, I've been working on tons of Athenas. There you go. There you go. All right. So I decided to ask Grok. I was like, what do you think about YouTube developers that repurpose military concepts into preparedness minded people? You know, and it started to give me some pretty interesting stuff. So, YouTube creators who repurpose military concepts for preparedness minded audience will walk a fine line. On one hand, they can offer valuable insights by adapting proven strategies like situational awarenesses, resource management, or tactical planning for civilian use in emergencies or self-reliant scenarios. Channels like Joshua Ernst, uh, Graybeard, Graybeard Green Beret exempl- exemplify this using their Army Ranger and Green Beret experience to teach practical survival and bushcraft skills with a logical, self-based approach. These creators can empower people to be more self-sufficient, drawing from military framework like risk assessment, contingency planning that are genuinely useful in the preparedness space or for preparedness. However, and I'm going to have to take a sip of coffee on this one. Oh my God, we've been going at this for 41 minutes already. This is insane. However, there is a flip side. Some creators sensationalize military concepts, turning them into fear driven content that exaggerates threats to push products or views. This can fuel propaganda rather than practical preparedness, especially when they lean into apocalyptic narratives or unverified conspiracies like EMP attacks or government collapse, as seen in some social media driven fear mongering. The military's own use of YouTube for recruitment, like the U.S. Army's Vanguard's video, shows how easily these concepts can be polished for emotional impact, which some creators mimic to hook audiences. This risks misrepresenting military tactics, oversimplifying complex ideas, or promoting a militarized mindset that's more about bravado than actual readiness. Now, the best creators, like those focusing on skills over hype, like TA Outdoors or Bushcraft or the Provident Prepper, which we've talked about before, for practical prepping, ground their content in real world applicability, avoiding the trap of fear porn. But the platform's algorithm rewards clicks. So even well intentioned creators can slide into sensationalism. It's on viewers to filter out the noise, prioritize evidence based advice, and question narratives that seem designed to scare rather than inform. Now, what was this all coming from? The guy likes to call names very. It's very subtle. And that's okay. That's okay because I mean, that's the name calling is the last tool of the week who has nothing more to say. Um, but in during this live stream when I was interacting with him, he basically kind of went on a little bit of a rant and then told me that, the United States will be done in 6 months, and it didn't speak like that was like the period on the end of his sentence after he was trying to explain stuff. No, you got to understand this, blah, blah, blah. And then it's going to be done in 6 months. And I'm just like, America's not going anywhere in 6 months. You might want to read a history book, Broseph. Um, let's see here. Let's see. Oops, red Kool-Aid. Deanna's like, prep on. All right. Let's see here. We have been going at this for 44 minutes. Holy shnikes, guys. And you know the deal. About halfway through this, I got to pay some bills. And I do have something to show you. But as usual, if you love your country, not your government, put a one in the chat. Yeah. America. Oh, yeah. I'm going to drink some coffee. I'm going to talk some smack. I'm going to read you guys some stuff because this is an educational channel and I'm going to pay the bills. Okay, so I'm going to go on over here to my emails because, yeah, they've got something going on over at, where we at here? Dawn over at Refuge Medical sent me an email. I need to move this over so I can actually read it. Let's see here. On May 18th and 19th, they're hosting their very first Train the Trainer course. Upon completion, they'll be certified to train those people you love, your church group, mutual assistance group, etc. Um, they've never offered this before and may never again. And here's the best part. They've gotten approval to offer 20% off the classes. So, and these classes are not cheap. Now, here's the thing. It's for most people, it's not going to be a possibility. But so you've got the trainer essential responder level 1, 2, and 3 in-person classes. It's 20 hours long. It's May 18th and the 19th. It's a Sunday and Monday. It's from 8 a.m. to 5 p.m. And it's actually going in their Refuge Medical office. They have property that surrounds it. It's in Spiro, Oklahoma. Um, this is a rare chance to take and learn how to teach Responder 1, Responder 2, and Responder 3. After the class, you're going to get your certificate to teach the Refuge curriculum. And if you want more details, I can get you a link. Just reach out to me if you want more details. Because, like I said, this is coming directly from Refuge Medical to the people who support Refuge Medical. I've actually have a personal relationship with them over the phone and online, but that's about it. Um, and you can just reach out to me, contact localprepper@gmail.com. And I will get you the information that you are looking for. Get you the information that you're looking for. And oh, by the way, it's the best medical company on the planet. And yeah, there's a link down below. Or no, there's a link in the description. And don't forget to use the code LOCALPREPPER so you can save some money. All right, so I'm going to go on back to the watch screen. All right, let's see here. I made this. I just made this all. It just screwed up all my screens. Just screwed up all the screens. All right, let's see here. I got to click a few more things. There we go. All right, let's see here. Poobah, Professor Poobah. No, that's not happening today. Preppers are not militia. There you go, suburban prepper. Good, but it's a mindset. There's a group. There are people out there. It's not like they're running around in their green Gumby suits. That's not what I'm saying. There are, and specifically with what is happening with the. I mean, it's what is it? Hold on a second here. Let me show you. Let me show you. So it's every Wednesday. It's War Zone Wednesday. Tell me that is not subliminal thought right there. You know what I'm saying? Tell me that's not subliminal thought. War Zone Wednesday. Okay. And then he's like, it's these crazy ass PowerPoints. It's ridiculous. It's ridiculous. But anyway, so I went deeper down the rabbit hole. Uh, it's the Brits' fault. Everything's the British fault. The British. I went deeper down to the manhole, and I was like, "There's no way. There's no way." So I asked Grok. I said, "Are you familiar with the YouTube local prepper?" And he says, "Yes." And this is what Grok knows about me, right? Yes, I'm familiar with Local Prepper on YouTube. The channel, run by a creator focused on emergency preparedness, emphasizes practical prepping with the motto "Thrive, not survive." Who knew? It covers topics like natural disaster readiness, economic collapse, preparation, food storage, and survival skills, aiming to help viewers plan and stockpile supplies effectively. Local Prepper has no sponsors, but uses Amazon affiliate links to disclose as disclosed in the channel description. Their content avoids heavy political or religious themes, focusing instead on actionable advice for crisis with recent videos like addressing current events or gear reviews, though I don't have specifics on their latest updates. Regarding repurposing military concepts, Local Prepper does not explicitly brand themselves as an ex-military or heavily lean into military tactics like some scenarios. and he talks about the graybeard. However, their approach to preparedness emphasizes systems, planning, and resilience. Minor military inspired frameworks like risk assessment or contingency planning. For example, their focus on structured prepping, e.g., pantry organization or emergency kits, aligns with the military style logistics. Even if not directly labeled as such, they seem to adapt their concepts implicitly, presenting them in a civilian friendly way without sensationalism seen in some prepper channels. And then he goes on. He's like, if you're asking about specific videos, blah blah blah, I can only do so much. I could literally paste something in it and it would answer the question. So that was like, so I was a little bit humbled by the fact that Grok actually reached out to the internet, analyzed websites, analyzed videos, and basically said what the content was. Right? That's that's kind of crazy. That's kind of crazy. And then so I was like, "Are you familiar with the YouTube developer Sigma Prepper?" And he says, "Yes, I'm familiar with Sigma Prepper on YouTube, the channel run by a creator named Andy, also referred to as Drew in some context. Focuses on prepping, survival techniques, tactical analysis, and survival gear reviews. Sigma Prepper emphasizes a Sigma mindset, promoting self reliance and personal development and independence from the herd. Um, the channel's tagline, Reject the Herd, Prepare the Pack, reflects the philosophy positioning viewers as part of a wolf pack community. Andy claims experience living in diverse countries, which he has, which he says informs his understanding of various disaster scenarios. Very true. His content includes survival gear reviews, prepping guides, bushcraft, and discussion on SHTF scenarios, often with a dramatic tone to see as seen in posts about economic warfare, and we all do it, so it's not a big deal, or global threat analysis. Regarding repurposing military concepts, Sigma Prepper heavily incorporates military inspired frameworks such as tactical analysis and preparedness planning into his content. His video and blog posts, e.g., sigmaprepper.com, shameless promotion, discusses scenarios like without the rule of law and the use of DEFCON 2 and or fourth and fifth dimension warfare, which draws from military and strategic lexicons. This approach adapts military style risks, ass- uh, assessment, and operational planning for civilian prepping, similar to the creator like the Green Beard, Gray Beard Green Beret, but with a more alarmist edge. For example, his SHTF Intel segment mirrors military intelligence briefing, analyzing global risks like economic collapse or civil unrest, often with a sensationalized spin to engage viewer. However, Sigma Prepper's content can veer into fear mongering. Interesting. Interesting that it put that all together, a concern you raised earlier. His references to Doomsday Clock at 90s to 90 seconds to midnight or Great Awakening tap into apocalyptic narratives that amplify fear, potential to drive engagement, or promote his Patreon and VIP community, which offers exclusive content and personal consulting. Interesting. This contrasts with local preppers' more grounded, practical focus on stockpiling and disaster readiness without heavy sensationalism. While Sigma Prepper provides useful tips, his dramatic framing and military heavy rhetoric risk prioritizing hyper over actionable advice, which could mislead preparedness minded viewers into a more paranoid mindset. And then it's going to ask me, do I want to talk more about stuff like that? So it's kind of interesting. It's kind of interesting that artificial intelligence was able to like analyze those things. And I didn't even ask it to compare us. It automatically did it. Very, very interesting. Very, very interesting. What does Grok, Teresa? I just read that. I must have not been paying attention to the chat. Um, and Andy, the British agent. Nah, I don't know. No, I don't think so. Propaganda is the game. So, like I said, I didn't want to make this fully about this particular thing, because, like I said, I do need to make a. I'm going to make basically a short retort to his little. Go here and look at this. because I don't know. Yeah. So if you didn't know this, if you're just logging in, one of the things that when one YouTuber says something about the other one wants to try and sick their audience on the other, and this one was very subtle. This one blew up my comments. I had multiple comments on videos that had nothing to do with anything that literally went like deep into my videos, which I appreciated. It actually boosted my my view rate, and the algorithm said, "Why is this guy getting all these comments?" And so yeah, it that happens. Um, it's almost kind of a shame because he's one of the only YouTube preppers that I actually watch and try and engage with. So I might have to stop that now. So let's see. Greetings from the third world, UK. UK prepper, you gotta hit that rewind button, my friend. You gotta hit that rewind button. And I did get your message. I did get your message. Things are a little squirrely right now on my side. And we had talked before in the past about being on each other's channel. So I think that that's a plausible thing. We just got to get it set up. Right now, I've got so many things on the personal list that it's literally slowing me down to even do these YouTube live streams. But we'll get there. We'll get there, my friend. I will not forget about you. So Rose says we watch TA and others. A female does solo camping, trekking by following the trails through the countryside, but always on watch, trying to keep hidden. Seems fearful. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. The only thing that the UK is not a great place anymore. It's not. I feel sorry for its original inhabitants, prior to the great immigration and the great, C-19 and stuff like that, Um I'm currently mid-video, thanks. I got you, bro. Yeah, it's kind of weird how it does that. Like the chat continues to move, but you can like move around in the video and you can just see that stuff. Yeah. But it's interesting. It's interesting. All right, guys, we have hit our 1 hour mark. I want to thank you guys for hanging out with me. I want to wish you guys to have a happy weekend. And yeah, I'm sure there'll be more. Stay safe. Have a great weekend, and I shall see you when I see you. Bye bye.